Deal with Time to Burn. This is a CVT guitar lesson for my buddy Jason. This is tuned flat. Mr. Craig Goldie on guitar. I miss you, Craig. I really wish you would call me, dude. Yeah, you got my number. Call a brother. Anyways, hope you're doing good. And you too, Jason. So section 1 comes in at 1 second in the song, and here's what section 1 sounds like. And then let's break that down. I call these the Ritchie Blackmore Deep Purple style power chords. 5/5 DG, slide to 7, and then you'll hear a little fret hand mute, or maybe you won't, but it's in there. After you get there, just if it drives you nuts, you can take it out. But then back to 5/5, and you're gonna let it ring, and then slide. Open A, palm muted 8 times. Then start it over without the mute. Slide it, and this time 3A, palm muted 8 times. Start it back over without the mute. Open A, palm mute, and then the 5/5 DG, this time hammer on to the 7th fret. So you take your 3rd finger. When you do that, you want to whammy up and bring it back down, like, right? Pull it up. And then 5/5, palm mute, open A. This time go 5 D, G, and B. And you're going to hammer on this minor chord. It's going to be a hammer to 7, 7, 6, D, G, B. And then 5/5/5. So whammy. Goldie would use the whammy bar for his vibratos often. It's cool, especially when you're doing multiple strings. A little easier to vibrato with the bar. So oops. Natural harmonics, 7th fret, A, D, G, B, and then whammy, down, up. Quick little swoop. Oops. Slow. And then that leads us to section 2A. It's pretty cool. It was a little difficult to hear keyboard tones with the guitar, but it sounds like, to me, there's kind of 2 variations, which is why I did a 2A and 2B. You'll see when we get to section 2B. But 3E, 3B, 3E, mute the A string, which you're naturally going to do. Strum all of them, and then palm mute the 3E twice. 5/4 AD, and slide it. So, and then 3rd fret, low E, down, down, up, down. So I got my middle finger back there. 2nd fret, D and G, palm mute the 3E twice. Into this. Open D and G, and 3 B and E. It's a G chord. So back to 3E, palm mute, down, 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 up, down. Okay, it does that 2 times, and then at the end of the second one, let me play the second one. Four, 5 G, 7 D, 5A. That leads us to section 2B. Now I think this is where Ronnie starts singing, so the verse. If section 2A is too tricky, this will work for that. Here's what it sounds like. Oops. So our chords are, oops. So power chord, palm mute the E string twice, and then 5/4 AD, and then use your middle finger, go back to 3E. I should notate that in your tabs, I don't know why I didn't. down, 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 up, down, and then 2 D, G, and then palm mute the E string, 3rd fret twice to open D, G, right back into 3rd fret E, palm muted, down, 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 up, down. That is done 2 times. So the second one, no star. You'll end on the D, G, and then go to the 3rd fret, down, or palm mute, go down, down, up, 5, 4, A, D. It's in there. It's easy to miss too. Or there it is. Okay, section 3 comes in at 37 seconds. 555 DGB. Let me play the section. So not too crazy here. Slide up to 7. Back to 555. And then down, up, down. So and slide it back to 7. Back to 5. Whammy down, whammy up. Or back to pitch. Then we can move on to page 2. Some repeats coming in. Section 4 will be your next part at 58 seconds. It's kind of a tag at the end of a section. It's a D major. 2, 3, 2, open D, open A, strum it. Whammy. One of those Def Leppard style whammies. Just small, steady swoops. And then we're going to go add the 3E, back to the D, lift the middle finger off to open, short rest, and back to D. So, and then a bunch of repeats. Next new part is section 5 at 1:30 in. 3A and then 555 D, G, and B. I like to either use 3rd finger to bar it or 4th. Pretty cool, man. I mean, getting to know Goldie and playing in a band for a short stint, he always kind of thought out of the box. And when you use some different little, even with his chords, you know, and you'll see like here, you're gonna strum it, or down, up, down, and then stuff like this. 558 DGB to 557 to 555 twice. Back to the D, down, up, down. Suspended, so 3E. Back to the standard D, rest, and then to a D2, just with the middle off. So it's 19th fret, low E. Don't overthink these. It's more of the feel. Like if you were to watch Goldie play it, it's not like he would always probably hit the 19th fret. You want an effect of a long slide. Okay, moving on from there, we've got a repeat part of section 2A. Section 6 comes in at 1:43. Back to that initial G chord we did. Check this out. That's repeat stuff from the second section that we did. To the 3E, down, down, up, down, palm muted. 2-2 D, G. And then back to G, down, up, down. So it's 2 open on the E into this part. This is my favorite part. Oops. Love it, man. Open E, 2 more times palm muted, 2-5 AD to 4D, open E to 1A. That's such a Goldie thing. You wouldn't expect the first fret A in there, and I missed it the first time. I had to listen close. Okay, think of that as the first mini group of that. Open E palm muted 3 times into 3A palm muted. 5 5D, 4D, 3, 5A. So that one is open E, palm muted again 3 times to palm muted 5A. And make sure you follow the fingering in your tabs. 5D, palm muted, and then 5, 4, D, back to palm muted 5A. 2D, and then I like this a lot too. 3, 4, open, open, A, D, G, B. 2 open, A, 3, 2, E. So from that, it's, and then you start it over. It's 2 times. So, oops. Oops. And then you hit some more repeats. Moving on. Page 3, the starting of the solo. He does this run, and honestly, Jason, I listened. I don't know if it was my speakers. It was hard to hear leading into the downbeat of the solo. I can hear some of it. Like, oops. Oops, let's see. Oops. So check it out, because it might be like a. So don't overanalyze this, but open 2, 4 on the G double hammer, 5, 4 open double pull, 5 hammer 7 G, 5 B, 7 pull 5 B to 7 G. Now those notes can be substituted. After I wrote it, I thought Goldie's probably doing it up here. So anyways, and that comes in at 212. At 214 we've got 5B, bend it a whole step. There it is. And bring it back down and go up to 7B, half step bend, then 7, 5, 7B, and then half step 7. So pre-bend at a half step and release. Oops. So 5G rest, slide. So 218, some unison bends. 5E, 8B. You may want to back the B string with a couple fingers to help, and go 3 bends off the B string, a whole step. Hold the bend. He'll slowly release that bend. Pick it 6 times, and then pick whammy vibrato. So. Moving on, the next one. Oops. Yeah. It's another kind of Goldie thing. 12, 13, 12, 12, GB, GG. Palm mute the G string. Go 17E, 13, 12, BG, palm muted. So 15E, 13, 12, BG, palm mute the BG. So if you went from 17, it's. So. And then do that again from the 17. And again from the 17. Then 13B, 12G twice, and bend the 15 vibrato slide. Moving on. 227. 24 on the high E, mute the string, and then 17 high E, mute, and then 17 again. So it's, or 20B. So, or you'll add 20 on the high E. And then he does this, Goalie did these a lot too. Scraping through the strings like Crazy Train, kind of. Starting on the high E and working your way up. And then a standard pick scrape EA. And then the A string you'll slide up to 15 and slide back. So like, just kind of going for the architecture of noise, cool noise. From there, 231, we go 12, 12, 14, B, G, D. So 12, 11, G, 14, G, bend release, whammy vibrato. Alright. 235, 13B, whole step bend, whammy vibrato slide. Moving on, page 4, which I think is the last page. Yes, it is. Comes in at 235. You're going to alternate pick this. This is really cool. If it's the phrase I'm thinking of. Actually, the one after it. This is all cool. Alternate pick. 12, 13B, 15E. So 12, 13, 15E, 13, 12B, 14G, 12, 13B, 12, 13, 14 EBG. Check it out. Cool riff. 17E, it's just an arpeggio. 17, 12, and then 13, 14 BG.